day off namin today. So,
they also work, so we made time for you guys.
I know. And it's also so nice to see you again from the last.
So, I'm updated naman on what's new. But can you tell us about what's new with you guys? What have you been up to lately?
Oh, marami. So, actually, there's a lot that happened from the last.
Yung major update from us that we actually started the business.
Yeah.
Kami ni Kyle. With two of our friends also. So
2 months after the wedding.
2 months after the wedding.
Parang naging obsessed kami sa planning. So, so after nun, like 2 months after the wedding, we conceptualized the business. So now we own a dog grooming studio here lang in Makati.
Yeah, so sa may Sipalangka Street lang.
Yeah.
So, near the studio.
Ish.
So, you know naman you've seen us like our love for dogs also. And then actually it started kasi since last 2022, parang our dog.
Our first dog talaga. He died 2 years ago. So parang after that, we made it like we made a promise to him. Parang we would honor him in some way. So, syempre we're really passionate about dogs. So why not make a pet grooming shop that's safe for all
dogs.
All dogs and cats actually.
Because
so we also keep the cats.
He died because of distemper when we brought him into a grooming place. So that's why parang ever since like we were inspired to create like something like safe for like all dogs and cats rin naman. And then we were so lucky na we were able to find a spot in Makati. And then you're also able to get along with their friends who wanted to do the same. So ever since, parang it took us like 6 months, I think.
Yeah, we've started conceptualizing late December. Just January, we fast-tracked everything. Just mga Feb, March construction. June, we opened lang. So, kaka 1 month lang namin actually.
Yay!
Happy 1 month.
Come visit if you guys are. Sipalangka lang.
Shameless plug na lang, YPF Grooming Studio.
Flash na lang.
Flash.
Yeah, that's so good to hear. I think I actually saw that nga na parang you shared the story about Rocco nga, and it's really parang it's inspiring to see people wanting to really start something like that because of their experiences. Because I know kasi syempre yung mga pets natin, they're like our babies.
Yeah.
So it's really sad to lose, diba, a pet. Now we start formally the interview naman. So I want to ask, parang how long has it been ba since the wedding?
9 months.
9 months na.
9 months na. Yeah.
Wow, malapit
Well, we can't believe it's been 9 months.
I know, it doesn't feel like it though.
Parang dami nangyari during that span.
Yeah, ang bilis. Para mag 1 year na tayo in October, right? So, a lot of things happen talaga. But it's fun.
Yeah. So, in that 9 months, how's the married life? What can you say about it?
Happy ka ba?
I'm happy.
Super happy.
Yeah,
actually.
since we got married naman, syempre it's our first time living in the same household. So you know what they say, you never truly know your partner until you live under the same roof. So, during that time, every day na kayo magkasama instead of seeing each other on a 2 to 3 times a week basis. So, syempre you learn a lot of different things about your partner. Kaya, pag si Kyle, ganun pala siya sa bahay.
Parang maraming discovery si Luigi.
Magaling pala magluto si Kyle.
Natuto. Ako yung tagaluto, siya yung
ako yung tagalinis. Tagaloba. Taga-fold ng damit.
Yeah. So it's different, pero parang, kasi we've been together for the 8 years prior to getting married. So, parang, I never knew na you get to know another person like more talaga when you live
under the same.
Yeah. Luckily, parang we work well naman together. So, even though nag-aaway.
Yeah, hindi pa kami nag-aaway.
Wow.
So, that's a
big claim.
Yes. Hindi naman tayo.
Ideal couple.
#goals. Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Diba? Well, it's been 9 months and I pray, we hope, diba, to look forward for more years for the both of you.
Thank
so,
you.
yeah. For the record, di pa daw nag-aaway. 9 months, alright? So you mentioned that before getting married, you guys were together for 8 years. Now, can you tell us about how you guys met?
We actually met in 2015 in college. So we were classmates when we were like in third year.
In third year high school.
College.
Third year college. And then, we were blockmates kasi. So, we were like in the same circle of friends. Tapos parang, we have like one barkada kasi in college. And then we just like always be friends. Tapos, parang before that kasi, people would always tease us na parang, uy, pati kayo ni Luigi. Ganun.
Oh yeah. At that time, parang, friends lang kami.
Friends lang kami.
Parang hanggang close friends lang talaga kami ni Kyle.
Best friends lang.
Yeah,
best
may
friends.
ganun. May pa-best friends.
May pa-best friends. tapos parang, nireto ko pa yung mga friends ko sa kanya. Ito na lang ako.
Yeah, sabi ko kay Kyle, when we first met, palala mo ako sa friends mo. Kasi wala akong kilala from their school. So sabi ko, may mga nireto naman siya. Sabi ko, parang hindi masyado, gano'n. Yun pala.
Yung nagre-reto yung gusto.
Yun. And then,
Pero to begin with, medyo crush ko na talaga si Kyle noon.
Yun. So, may unspoken tension, gano'n.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So,
then,
who made the first move?
Inad niya ako sa Facebook. That joke
So,
lang.
yun yung first move.
hindi
Hindi, kasi siya yung parang block rep ba? Parang
block
ganun.
rep
So she
ako,
had to
so
make a
I
group.
had to.
So parang, may nag-add sa, dahil ko nakikita sa school. Inad niya ako sa Facebook. Ako naman parang, sige, hindi ko man na-accept. Hindi pa na kami nag-meet eh. Pero joke lang, in-accept ko na.
Yeah. Pero friends kasi kami ever since. Like, we've been friends for like a year and a half.
Yeah, prior to getting together.
And then we had to go to a school trip sa US. Parang we went for a conference. And then from there, parang siya na nag-first move.
Yeah, we went to the trip as friends, came back as something more.
Ay!
Ganun din nangyari.
From close friends to something.
Yeah. The rest is history.
Mahiwaga pala ang US trip. Aside from yung discoveries nyo na si Kyle pala magaling magluto, gano'n, and Luigi also helping, yung nagkaroon kayo ng sarili nyong dynamics. Parang, what else can you share about you guys being married na so different from before na you guys are just boyfriend and girlfriend?
Well, for me, parang mas na-notice ko na yung language of love pala ni Luigi was like acts of service. Kasi before, well, in a good way, Dati kasi quality time, ganun. Pero parang dun ko na-realize like yung small things na I wouldn't notice before. Like for example, pag sa morning, ready na yung coffee ko. Or like kunwari, we're rushing to head somewhere else. Tapos wala nang time kumain. Tapos biglang there was one time, parang ready na yung baon ko dun sa, ni-ready niya na. Like, yung mga small things na ganun, or like, kunwari, yung sa clothes namin, yun make sure niya na right away na naka-fold na, kasi he knows I hate folding clothes. So, as in, naka-fold na, yung mga small things na to make my life a little bit easier or bearable. Yun yung na mas appreciate ko sa kanya now, especially when we're married. So,
Feeling ko yung one example, Carrie. Si Kyle, lagi siya sabi, mag-vitamin siya.
Yeah.
Siyempre, to protect your immune system, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, ay nagawin yung pagbubukas ng vitamins, gano'n. So, kailangan kukunin ko lahat ng vitamins. Salay ko sa kamay ko. Kasi gaganon ko sa water. Sabi ko, tapos kung magkasakit ka, magagalit ka. Gano'n.
yeah, yung small things talaga na parang, before kasi people would think na pag it comes to love, kailangan palaging grand gestures.
Yeah.
Kailangan like, it's a big act of, for you to say that you love each other. Pero parang, like now with married life, it's really the small things that makes it like very meaningful.
Yeah.
How about you naman, Luigi?
For me naman, feeling ko parang mas na-emphasize yung pagka-caring ni Kyle. So parang, when we were together as boyfriend-girlfriend, alam ko na very caring si Kyle sa akin. But then, when we got married and living in the same household, doon ko mas na-feel. Kaya rin parang, when it's time for lunch, parang kung magluluto siya, parang sobrang bongga. Parang, ako in-expect ko lang, sige, kahit ano lang tayo, fried egg, spam, whatever, fish, tuna, something, mga easy cooks lang. Pero siya, parang she would research different recipes. She would research yung mga nakita niya sa Pinterest or sa YouTube, whatever, TikTok. So parang she would try to emulate them and replicate them. Pero parang doon ko na feel, oh wow, she's really putting an effort into this. Parang she's really passionate about this thing, about cooking actually. So parang feeling ko sa cooking talaga, doon ko na feel, okay, love pala ako ni Kyle talaga. Kasi na-effort na talaga, sobrang sarap, to be honest. Yeah.
Mapaproud yung mom ko.
Yeah.
Kasi with my mom talaga, that's when I showed way niya to keep the family together. So every time na parang we have our meals, like at home, that's how she shows na she loves us. So in a way, parang yun yung nakuha ko rin, like, na I want to impart like with our family. Yeah. So there.
And I know you guys are both really close with both sides of your family.
Yes,
so,
yes.
what other things na you go for the extra mile for in also being with them? Ganon?
Oh, we're always with them every week.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah.
Kasi especially Carrie, her family lives in Parañaque. My family lives down further south, like Southwoods. Parang really try to make time for them. Kaya kahit if di kami makapunta sa house namin dun sa South, parang we meet up on weekends. So kaya we distribute our time. Kaya Saturdays, we would meet with my family, tapos Sundays her family or vice versa. So in a way, nakakapagod naman siya, syempre. Pero parang syempre, it's family. You wanna make time for family.
Yeah.
As
And
much
I
as
think
possible.
it's been part of us na rin talaga na we're both like family-oriented. No? We both like seeing our parents, and then also with Luigi, na parang they play a big part of our relationship ever since, even like before we got married. Parang that's like one of the big factors also, like why I was attracted to Luigi in the first place, because his care and his love for his family. Sobrang naging bonded na rin even after when we got married. So like our siblings, also close to his siblings.
Yeah, very seamless nga yung transition.
Which
So
was
parang
grateful for.
it became one big barkada. Kaya my siblings, her siblings, kaya yung mga cousins niya. Sometimes we would go out, kaya punta kayo Makati or Poblacion or whatever. So parang may malaking barkada na tayo. We're all just family members.
Yeah.
So it's really fun.
So it's fun.
Yeah.
So cute. Kasi I remember during your wedding, what stood out kasi, aside from, of course, it being planned for and all that, what stood out to me that time talaga was the people who was there. And parang I really felt na these are people who really love you guys. So yeah, it's so nice to see how even after getting married, you guys are able to work out a different dynamic na still to keep the family close. And yun nga, ngayon, it's like one whole big barkada and family na siya.
Yeah.
So I think it's so nice to hear that from you also, kasi that's exactly what we felt during the wedding. Like from the yung pagbukas pa lang ng pinto. Tapos parang, like parang our barkada, even our family and friends, is talagang glued na. I think it's also like because we've been together for 8 years. So in a way, they got to know each other na rin. Pero parang genuinely, I think they've been super supportive also with the two of us.
Yeah.
Like our friends, our family.
Yeah, I think the fact also na tayo yung first sa family na kinasal. First sa family ko, first sa family niya.
Yeah.
So parang syempre, everyone's very excited. So mga relatives from the States, umuwi pa talaga. So they really made time for us to celebrate that special day.
Yeah.
For that, we're really grateful.
And it really, that's something that we really felt then during the wedding day.
Now that we're talking about wedding na, so let's go back there. I wanted to ask, I am assuming that Kyle is the one who planned. Is it right to assume that Kyle was the one who planned the wedding? Or
Actually,
Joint effort naman
joint
siya.
efforts. Yun
Alright.
talaga yun na
But then
appreciate ko kay Luigi.
yung assignment ko, ako sa budget.
Sa finance.
So parang
and
finances,
budgeting.
whatever. Siya sa suppliers.
Okay, so walk us through that. How did the planning go before?
Actually, ang bilis nga.
Yeah,
Kasi
yeah.
when I proposed to her, like a week after, we booked the venue, we booked the church kaagad. Parang bilis-bilis niya. Ito na yung church gusto natin, di ba? It's like, yeah.
Kala ko ba joint effort?
Naman siya. So yun yung effort niya. Oo niya.
Tapos parang sa venue, at first, parang she wanted like a garden wedding. Pero sabi namin, October baka may chance umulan. Parang you don't want to risk that naman. So parang syempre, alternative naman. So eventually naman, we found the perfect spot sa church, the reception place for us.
Yeah. And I think in terms of like planning, more or less, Luigi and I had the same vision when it comes to how we wanted our wedding to look like. Because we're very outdoorsy, so parang ayaw naman yung medyo structured. Kaya that's why we also chose Tagaytay, close to nature. And then from
may outdoor vibe.
and then from there, parang medyo naging ano naman, it all fell into place na talaga, like finding the church, finding the venue.
Pero when it comes to suppliers, si Cal, she would do the research naman on the different suppliers. And she would show me, parang okay naman tong ganito. Maganda.
Yes or no?
Yes or no. Parang pagdating sa akin, yes or no na lang. Tapos kung may comments ako, and we talk about it. Yung ganun. Pero
si
na-delegate
Luigi,
naman yung mga tasks properly.
Yeah, and Luigi naman parang very, yun din rin ako na-appreciate ko siya before. Kasi he would also give his input also. Na it's not just like, kasi parang iniisip ng tao like, puro bride lang lahat. Pero like siya, very ano din siya. He would also put his head into it and then actually plan with me. So, yun naman.
Nasira ko yung stereotype na. So guys,
Sige, tuloy mo. Goals talaga. Speaking of suppliers, we're curious how you found out about Pearl Studio. What made you also decide to choose Pearl Studio as your wedding photographer?
With the research, parang, I also talked to the other brides, like kunwari mga ibang friends. We also went to a fair, a wedding fair, that 1 week. So we tried to check all the suppliers, and then from there, we chose like yung photographers that really resonated with our style. I saw Pearl Studio in particular kasi parang very effortless yung mga photos, and then also it's very natural, and I don't know, whenever I look at the photos, parang it evokes a certain feeling. And that's something that what I really like, especially when I saw our photos also.
yeah.
Diba? Parang talagang it still brings me back to that day and the feeling, what I felt that day. So, hindi siya too posy. So, that's what I really like. And then, yun, I showed Luigi. And then...
Kami personally, we're not really comfortable in front of a camera. Yung nag-post ka, medyo scripted yung dating. Kasi medyo natural lang yung lahat. It's very in the moment.
Yeah.
So when we saw the portfolio, parang, it resonated with us. Na parang, ang ganda ng feel ng pictures nila.
Yeah.
You feel it's not forced. It's not staged. Parang everything's happening in the moment. Kaya yung maganda.
Yeah, that's why we booked Pearl na rin.
Can you tell us more about the wedding? Like, what was your favorite moment during the wedding? I know there's a lot that has happened during that day. But was there any particular moment na parang every time you remember it, parang it's just really so like a precious moment for the both of you?
I think for me, yung most memorable moment was when we were inside the church already. So parang, kasi prior, when we were getting ready, parang wala pa ako na-feel. Medyo nonchalant pa ako with my friends. Di pa nag-sink in eh. So parang, saan tayo punta mamaya? Mga gano'n, inom ba tayo? Kasama ng mga groomsmen. Pero the moment I stepped inside the church, parang doon nag-sink in lahat. Parang, no, ito na. So parang medyo naiiyak na nga ako that time eh. Pinipigil ko lang. Parang I couldn't look at my family or my friends na rin. Kasi parang when I look at them, I get emotional. Pagdating talaga sa church, doon ko talaga na-feel lahat ng feels.
And then, same with me, parang the ceremony talaga was, kasi I didn't think of it as much prior to the wedding. Kasi obviously, you'd be so focused on details, yung mga planning, it should go right, blah, blah, blah. Pero it didn't really sink into me like what the ceremony like meant. And then, at the start, parang medyo chill pa ako. Pero when I was actually by the door already, before it opened, doon na talaga, as in, sobrang kinakabahan ako. I didn't know I mean, that's the first time I felt something like that, na parang, oh shit, this is it. And then, when it opened, the only person actually that I was looking at was Luigi. Kasi, diba, as in, sobrang daming tao. But then, like, while I was walking down the aisle, as in, I really couldn't help but just smile lang talaga when I was looking at him. So, and then, umiiyak pa siya. Sabi ko kasi before, atras ako pag hindi ko.
Dapat talaga hindi man ako crier. So, parang hindi ko talaga ina-expect. Sabi ko, huwag ka ma-disappoint kung hindi ako umiyak. Kasi baka hindi lang talaga lumabas. Pero, love naman kita. Pero wala. Pag sa church talaga, doon ko na-feel. Siyempre, pag-open ng door kay Kyle, wala na. Hindi ko na makontrol lahat ng emotions. So, totoo nga. Kaya pag nakita mo yung bride mo, just goes. let it go lang, guys. Let it go. Wag mo na pigilin.
And it was so symbolic kasi na parang like my dad was actually giving me away.
Yeah.
Like I'm super close also to my parents. So parang like both of them picking me up tapos biglang bringing me to Luigi na parang this is gonna be like your new life. Parang it was really something that's super special. So yeah, that's my favorite. Apart from the after party. Yeah.
Which I heard.
I know. Yeah.
Nako.
That was our second favorite.
Yes.
The after party. Parang nakailang tequila bottles. Ay,
30 plus.
30 plus. I don't remember.
Ako yung nag-shoot na.
Siya yung
Ah,
nasa
yeah!
after party.
Pati ako pinapayang na ako ng waiter. Sir, shot ka muna. Hindi. Mamaya na.
Yeah.
Parang may na-wheelchair.
Naka-wheelchair siya.
Hindi ako yun. Joke.
Ako pa yung nagtutulak.
Ay, no! Grabe yun. Pero nag-let go na lang kasi talaga ako. And then, I think that's one of the reasons why din talaga super close yung family and friends namin. Kasi talaga, they bond over tequila. So, yeah.
What a nice bonding.
So, it was fun.
Obviously, diba, it produced like a lot of photos, a lot of memories for you guys.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you guys have already browsed through the photos.
Yeah.
A lot.
I just want to ask, parang, was there any particular photo or photo set na you gravitated towards to palagi?
A lot. There's a lot.
Yeah. Ako for me, yung syempre super daming photos. Pero yung what stuck with me, yung mga black and white photos inside the reception place. Prior to the start of the reception. Parang yung inside the venue. Parang, syempre pinapamodel lang kami, pero very natural lang. Pero when we saw the photos after, parang wow, ang ganda ng kinalabasan. Parang you really felt very genuine yung feel ng picture. So, parang hindi siya forced, it's very in the moment. Kaya parang, for me, syempre black and white pa siya, para mas may added effect.
Parang very classic and timeless kasi yung look. So, that's why, like, for example, like, we were in the church, diba? And then, or in the garden, and then he picked me up.
Yeah.
Super
I remember
nice
that.
nun. And then, I super also love my portrait photo. Sabi ko, parang, shit, ako ba to? Parang ganon. Like, ito so classic and timeless. So, that's something that we really, liked. Yeah.
And then did you see the photos of your dad showing us na I'm not crying?
Yeah!
yeah.
Oh my
Oo.
God. Isa pa yun. He's the character. As in, like, he really tried to not, like, cry. Pero, pag ano na siya, alam mo yun? Yeah.
Binubukas na lang yung eyes niya.
So, mahirap. Tumalikod siya bigla.
Diba?
Sabi ko, wait lang, tita. Sabi niya, no.
I know! Kasi talagang siya, like, pamacho. Pero, konting push na lang.
So, going back to the journey of like planning it all, what's a tip that you guys could share to future couples that are going to get married?
The first one that really helped me, like, practical, I joined the group na parang that really helped me find, like, good unbiased reviews of like each supplier. Kasi that's one thing na like every time na I would check a supplier, parang check ko palagi din yung reviews. So that's very important kasi like some of the brides na yung experiences nila, doon nila siya na-share. So yung mga watch outs, yung mga horror stories, doon ko nakita. So okay naman yung sa Pearl Studio. Okay naman. And then the second, I guess, one thing that helped us was, kasi right now, like when it comes to weddings, there's a lot of trends. Or sometimes, like, I would hear a lot of brides na, like, I don't know what to choose. Kasi parang, kung ano yung uso ngayon. Kasi ngayon, 2024, like, obviously, you'd check TikTok, you'd check, kung ano ba yung uso for this year. Pero parang one tip is to make sure when you choose the suppliers, or at least to choose the things in your wedding, choose things that are like uniquely yours, or something that's resonating the both of you, or that shows like your personalities. Kasi parang, for example, with us, in our process, parang we always chose yung suppliers that resonated us. Especially here in the Philippines, you can't help na parang medyo templated na yung weddings kasi same set of suppliers, same set of parang nagmumukhang the same siya. Pero I guess what's gonna make it uniquely yours is if you add a touch of you guys, like, in dun sa wedding. Like, for example, kami, we made sure na yung dogs namin were there. Kasama. And then, parang, like, yung sa drinks, kasi very important yung namin. So, parang yung mga small things that really shows, like, the personalities of, like, you as a couple.
Yeah.
So, yun, to make it yours.
How about the groom? Any groom
Groom tip. Sundan niya na yung bride niya. I think you should just be involved in the planning. Don't leave it up to the bride to plan everything. Kasi kaya if she gets stressed, dapat ma-feel mo rin yung stress ng wedding. Kasi it's your event eh. Hindi lang basta event niya. Parang you share the burden with your partner. Parang you don't let her go through all the planning, all the talking to the suppliers, dealing with everyone alone. You make her feel like it's the two of you who's getting married. You make sure that you're really involved. Yun lang.
What can you guys say about your overall experience naman with Pearl Studio? Bilang we're already in the talks with like planning and the wedding happened already. So anything you'd like to say about your experience with working with us?
I think it was so smooth, diba? Everything just
Yeah.
happened. All, I think more than like the photos and everything, it was really like the people also during that day that made it feel comfortable. Kasi, like, for example, with Joel, with you in the room, parang at that time, like, I was feeling everything na eh. Pero, I guess, you being there, tapos parang you were talking to us in a
Parang
calm.
very lang siya, informal lang na way na parang
yeah.
hindi mo feel na parang you're pressured to post or anything.
Yeah.
Parang kausap lang talaga yung friend mo, who's also part of your wedding. So parang, oh bro, post ka na, ganyan ka lang, ganyan. Parang natural lang Sabi ko, natural lang talaga yung pag-direct ng Pearl Studio sa amin when it comes to the pictures. So we felt na parang we weren't really pressured to do anything na out of the ordinary. So parang very good experience for us.
Yeah, and then I think like before we even did the wedding, the D-Day, we had the briefing. So when we communicated naman na we're not posing as a couple, parang we wanted to make it feel natural. Parang we were like really appreciate that during the day. That's something that we also felt. And then I think in a way, more than like as photographers lang, I also appreciated like you and Joel na, and then nagka-relationship na rin even after the wedding. And then sakto pa na we saw you guys again after for Ate Patty's wedding.
Yeah, sobrang okay pati sa sibling ko. Highly recommend.
Highly recommend.
More weddings nga.
Yes.
I know. It was fun.
For the last, question. 9 months in, lapit na mag 1 year. So is there anything na you've learned as a married couple that you'd like to share with future married couples?
I think personally parang for me after you get married, syempre may high, syempre it goes down. So parang when it goes down, that's when you feel na parang, oh, we're back to reality. Probably my tip is that when you get to that, pag nag-plateau na, that's when you realize parang, oh, you choose to love your partner every day. Hindi siya parang, oh, because we got married. It's an everyday process wherein you spend time with your partner. And you get to experience new things with each other. Feeling ko, yun yung unique about being married. That you get to experience.
One of the important things talaga in marriage is to like always communicate. And always never be complacent. Alam na ni Luigi, kunwari, na mahal ko siya. Parang ganun. Like, don't think na, or assume that your partner always knows that. Like, every day, I think, I try my best to show a little, like, a small gesture to show how much I love him. Like, for example, it comes to cooking, or like those small things. Kasi sometimes, when it comes to relationships, the moment you become complacent, that's when it really goes downhill.
Yeah.
So, parang with our relationship, that's why also, parang in the past 8 years, what really kept it alive is we try to make sure we exert that effort, that yung extra effort every day to make sure that the person feels na I love him. So, yeah, no matter how small, never underestimate that. So, every day talaga, it's a choice to love that person every day. So, yun.
Yeah. Kinilig.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
Right.
Thank you guys. That was lovely. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to
Thank you.
visit
Thank you
us.
also.
Yeah, we're so happy.